Charles's speech that night sounded warm, reflective, almost nostalgic, but underneath it carried something far sharper. At a star-studded evening led by figures like Lionel Richie, the King spoke about 50 years of the King's Trust, about helping young people build confidence, businesses, and futures. It felt personal, even slightly self-deprecating, with jokes about speeches and familiar faces in the room. But that was only the surface version. The sharper detail is that this was not simply a celebration of the past. It was a reminder of what happens when opportunity is not given early enough. And that is where the reading shifts. Charles did not focus on royalty, power, or legacy in the traditional sense. He focused on young people who started with nothing, built something, and then came back to lift others. But the symbolism was doing more work than the applause. A monarch, often seen as distant from everyday struggle, was quietly framing one of his life's biggest projects as unfinished business. Which is precisely where people begin to disagree. To some, it was a genuine, decades-long commitment finally bearing fruit. To others, it sounded like a soft admission that institutions alone do not fix inequality without sustained effort. Either way, the message landed with unusual clarity. This was not about celebrating success stories. It was about reinforcing a cycle. Because for Charles, the real legacy was never the charity itself. It was whether the people it helped would return, and prove that opportunity, once given, can outlive the system that created it.